Thank you for having me on. I'm super excited to talk to you, all of your listeners, about EFT, largely because I love, love, love sharing this tool with people. One of the reasons I love to share it is because it is so accessible. It's something that you can pull out whenever you need it. And it is just absolutely beautiful for stress management, managing overwhelm. And it's available at your fingertips, which is amazing, super helpful. So, EFT stands for Emotional Freedom Techniques. And that is sort of the name kind of really explains it. It's a tool that we can use to help us gain some freedom from overwhelming emotions. We don't in EFT, especially the EFT that I practice, we really look at all emotions with the lens of there's no space for shaming them, judging them. There's no good emotions, there's no bad emotions. They just are. And some of them can be a little bit uncomfortable. And so it's like, let's give them a space to be felt and a space to be moved through and come out on the other side. And so, how that works is that EFT is a somatic tool that allows us to use our fingers to tap on our bodies on different meridian lines on our bodies. Think acupuncture, but acupressure, and soothe the nervous system. So it's really a beautiful tool that helps us work with our nervous system to provide healing there and help us move through emotions that arise that are attached to all of our stories and our patterns and all the things that come up in life. And so it's this tool, this somatic tool that allows us to get into the body and help us to gain freedom so that we can build our capacity to deal with whatever comes our way in life and move through in a way that feels a little bit better.
Oh, I love that.
All you have to do is take 1 minute and tap through the points. So it's above the eyebrows, side of the eye. You don't even have to, under the eye, you don't have to be talking, saying anything. You can like, I'm good. I got this. I'm
Overwhelmed.
overwhelmed right now. Like acknowledging your feelings is a huge part of EFT. I'm overwhelmed. Taz, you're tapping. I'm feeling overwhelmed. Feel overwhelmed. And just tap through all the points one time. It's like a little hit to your nervous system that says, in your biology, you're okay. You're safe. You're overwhelmed. That tiger that's like chasing you isn't real. It's like, we're safe, we're good. The most important thing with tapping, always like the place where it's going to be the most helpful, is actually truly just acknowledging your own feelings.
Do you have a short EFT that you want to walk us through?
Yeah, sure. Do you want to do a little bit right now?
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah. Yeah, let's do it. Let's just use exactly where you're at today, I don't know what else you have on your plate today if you've got a busy day, but something that's present for you today. Any feelings or something in your body, anything like that?
I would say stress in my shoulders and
Mhm.
stress with my toddler. His dad is working a lot more recently and he's now feeling that.
Yeah. 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 So when we're working with EFT, I'm going to bring this to you and bring it back to
Okay.
you. So, what's the feeling for you when you think about that? When you're like, oh, this is like my toddler is having a hard time. And like, what's the emotion that's present for you when you think about that?
Well, I would say if I cannot soothe him and overwhelm,
You feel overwhelmed. Yeah.
anxiety, overwhelm, that kind of thing.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay. So, let's go on the side of our hand. We call this the karate chop point. We're just going to start to tap there. And this is a really common place to start when we're doing some tapping. And we're just going to acknowledge where we're at. So even though, and then, good, yeah, you just repeat after me. I feel quite a bit of overwhelm when I can't soothe my toddler.
I feel quite a bit of overwhelm when I can't soothe my toddler.
I love and accept myself,
I love and accept myself,
even though
even though
there's overwhelm
there's overwhelm
when I can't soothe my toddler.
when I can't soothe my toddler.
I love and accept myself,
I love and accept myself,
even though
even though
there's overwhelm
there's overwhelm
when I can't soothe my toddler.
when I can't soothe my toddler.
I love and accept myself.
I love and accept myself.
Beautiful. And then just come up to the top of the eye. Overwhelm.
Overwhelm.
Here. Then we go to the side of the eye. There's overwhelm.
There's overwhelm.
Under the eye. Sometimes I feel overwhelmed when I can't soothe my toddler.
Sometimes I feel overwhelmed when I can't soothe my toddler.
Under the nose. It's overwhelm.
There's overwhelm.
Right under the mouth. Overwhelm.
Overwhelm.
Under the collarbone. Get overwhelmed when there's big emotions.
I get overwhelmed when there's big emotions.
Under the arms. Overwhelm.
Overwhelm.
Top of the head. Overwhelm.
Overwhelm.
And then just take a breath there. Nice to let our nervous system just sort of catch up to everything else. Yeah. And how would you say when you think about that overwhelm now, is there anything kind of running through for you?
The thought doesn't feel like as panicked. It feels more just neutral. Like it's a part of my day as opposed to this panic.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So let's come up to the eyebrows. That's great. I'm realizing it's part of the day.
I'm realizing it's part of the day.
I feel less panicked.
I feel less panicked.
Less panicked.
Less panicked.
Under the nose. It's part of our day.
It's part of our day.
Under the mouth. We work through it.
We work through it.
And under the collarbone. We work through our day.
We work through our day.
Feel less overwhelmed.
Feel less overwhelmed.
It's part of my day.
It's part of my day.
Yeah, just take a breath there. So there you go.
That's always how it shows up for me.
Yeah, the yawning is a nervous system release, right? It's your system being like, okay, yeah, like, this is our truth. And I'm gonna and that's what happens when we put some acceptance and compassion on what is for us. So what we just did was an example of holding our truth. This is my truth. I'm not going to judge that. I'm not going to put any other stories on it. It just is my truth. And I can love and accept myself through that, and our nervous system, that's what that yawn is. So
It's so powerful.
Simple. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah. What I would say to listeners is that was an example of me guiding you through something, but you saw the points that we were using. You can fill that in with any words or just follow those points and work through them. Yeah.
Absolutely. I just want to mention too, like for anybody who hasn't tried EFT or is new, I had done a lot of things when I first discovered high sensitivity and healing myself. But EFT was definitely one of the most powerful things, just to hold that space for yourself and to be able to recognize these are my feelings. They are okay, whether they are positive or not. They are my feelings and they are okay. It's such a crucial step for moving forward. So
honestly, that's I just got shivers. I just love hearing that, because it's just so beautiful because this is us.
Yes.
And how freeing does that feel to have some acceptance around ourselves?
It's the most freeing, most beautiful thing, like you said. And the more people do it, the more people are going to share about it and the more people are going to be healed. So I love it so much. So, where can my listeners connect with you, grab your resources, and learn more about EFT from you?
Yeah, totally. I am on Instagram. That's where I show up the most. And my handle is It's Ashley Wilton.